Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and this is your tarot card of the day for Friday, July 25th, 2025. The card we have today is the Eight of Swords, and it comes to us from the This Might Hurt Tarot by artist Isabella Rotman. So many of you out there have been with me for years since I started doing this online, and if you recall, the Eight of Swords, unfortunately, was the card we always saw the most, but not as much in recent years. So I think we've made some progress, but still, we find ourselves in those types of situations, which leave us feeling a little more powerless than perhaps we would like. Maybe we just don't have the solutions right now. And that's okay too, because Mercury is retrograde and thoughts and communication are not very clear. So it's entirely possible to not be able to see what it is that needs to be done. Actually, this appears to be quite a fitting card for today. All right, we have our third major aspect already from the sun, and today it is opposing Pluto in the very early hours. And both of these heavenly bodies are very powerful ones in the sense of how they operate, because the sun is all about the ego, right? And Pluto is all about those deep buried secrets, transformation, death, and rebirth. So there's a lot of power here. There can be jealousy here. Oppositions tend to indicate things going on in relationships. And you could definitely be feeling that overwhelming need to break free from something, like what you feel is robbing you from your power. Now, with the Eight of Swords, the thing is, with that powerless feeling, it's generally that we just can't see what it is that needs to be done. And, I think I already mentioned this before, maybe yesterday, today, I don't know, but about when you can't, and Mercury's retrograde, don't beat yourself up over it. You have to know that the only one who can stop you is you. You had a nice new moon yesterday that you can use to your benefit. And while it might take time to get things going, it's important for you to know that you are not as stuck as you think you are. This isn't as much about the reality of everything as it is about how you feel. Now, with Pluto in Aquarius, right? Aquarius wants that independence. Don't fence me in, don't lock me up, that kind of thing. Very, very independent. But very often, the universe has ways of imposing restrictions on us, often courtesy of Saturn, which has made an appearance several times in these last few days. So it is up to you to understand that sometimes, it's just about how you feel. And these restrictive influences, they don't last. It's like a mindset. You got to get out of your own head. Think outside of the box. And as I said before, remember, the only one who can stop you is you. I want to thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you here again tomorrow. And as always, have a great day.